What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? Give me one moment. There we go. And then I just realized I had another image up. See, I have this thing. No, that thing up. Right? I have that thing up because when I would use StreamYard, it would have the StreamYard logo in the top corner. So when I would do interviews over StreamYard, I would use that little that thing right there. This this thing right here. I'd use this um to block out the StreamYard logo in the recordings. So that's a little piece of lore there. Um yeah, screw it. It's been a while since I've streamed on the Fishtank site. I think I'm gonna take the fish toys down, and those will make a return after season 3. What is going on though, everybody? What is going on? Is everybody doing okay? I sure hope we're all doing okay. Today is Wednesday. As usual, I stream on Wednesdays. Fish Tank has been going on for what, like 4 weeks now. Well, I always lose track of the days. I always like I'll think it's like week 3 and it'll be week 5. Either that or I'll be like, dude, there's gotta only be like a week left, and turns out there's 3. We're only halfway. I think we're a little bit over halfway at this point, and I'm loving how the season's going. I haven't been able to watch a ton of it, but when I do watch, it's great. It's great, you know. I was able to so much happened. I'm trying to remember what I was able to tune in for specifically. I was able to tune in a little bit for Frank. I saw a couple of the boxing matches and stuff like that. I saw a little bit of the Frank versus Bert boxing match that took place. Is it true that Bert has is it true that Bert has implants instead of actually like having lifted weights and like, everything like that? Is it true he has implants? That's a pretty crazy thought. Um, Man, Anyway, but yeah, so today we're gonna be doing something special. All right, I recently learned of this cult. All right, excuse me. It's this cult. All right, and it's called the Family, also known as like the Family International, also known as a few other names throughout time. And we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna watch a I called it a cartoon, but it's not a cartoon. It's a children's show, but it's got these fucking weird ass puppets, dude. The weirdest puppets you've ever seen. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's strange. Oh, shoot. One moment. Here we go. Cool. Again, weird ass looking puppets, dude. Some of the weird, like, insane how like ridiculous those puppets look. But ooh, Greg is streaming. Greg is streaming. Good for him. Maybe we'll stream snipe Greg in a second or two. But um I figured this is something fun we could do today. All right, something fun, something chill, something low key. We'll watch because this is 30 minutes. I don't know if it's like one or multiple. I don't know if it's one or multiple um, of these episodes, right? This one is straight up 2 hours. You don't got to worry. We're not gonna watch 2 hours of them, right? We're not gonna watch 2 hours of this or anything like that. We're all set on that end. It's just I wanna watch this. I wanna watch this. I wanna see what it's all about, and I want to see if we can all indoctrinate ourselves into this cult together. Is what I'm going for. Um, Tiny Taco says, yes, it's true. Auto infanticide. What's going on, by the way, gentlemen? It says, I mean, don't his abs look weird? He doesn't have implants. He's juicing. It's really weird because, like, I don't know if it's steroid gut or anything like that. He just has a really weird posture, Because, like, hold on. Maybe if I can find a piece of paper real quick. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Um, Ow. Shit. Damn. I'm gonna draw Bert. So like, So like here, right here. In fact, you know what? Silly me. Silly me. Silly me. Um. So like I don't know how well you can see it, but this is how a regular body looks, right? This is how a regular body looks. There's that curvature in the back for the spine, okay? And then there's flat abs, all right? Here's Bert. Here's Bert. You see the over curvature. What the hell is wrong with me? The over curvature of the spine in the back, and then his belly almost seems to kind of like, it almost kind of seems like it's just following suit. There's no way that wasn't something that he decided he was gonna go for. There's no way, because like on his profile, he calls himself a bubble butt. There's no way in hell he didn't purposefully make his posture like that to accent his booty. There's no way, because like me, like I'll draw my body now. I'll draw my body. All right. Like when someone's just overweight, that's closer to what their body looks like. It's not so like this is not so crazy like that. It's a little bit closer to that, which that is the ideal body type looking on from the side. Um, there's a curvature. I don't know why I can't say curvature today. I don't have issues with that word. Maybe I'm just tired. I ran 3.5 miles today. So yeah, that was good. It took me 45 minutes to do so. Like I said, I'm not really worried about pace. I'm more so worried about the amount of time that I'm running, and then on top of that, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm close to 3 miles. Let's just keep on going, right? But um, anyway, like bottom line, I don't know how Bert has the body he does, right? I don't know how Bert has the body he does. The curvature of the spine is way out of whack in a way that people typically don't even have as an issue. Like typically, right? You see people like when you have spine issues, it's usually people are bending the wrong way. Like this is the front, okay, and then this is the back. This is where the spine is right here, and it's crazy. Like a lot of old people have that because they overwork their front and they underwork their back. I I don't know. My postural issues, the way that I walk, could partially be attributed to this. I'm sure. Me, I have an issue with not just my shoulder and my neck, but also going down my fucking shoulder blade, and that's because slouching and sitting like this and all that stuff out here hurts. It hurts out here too, right? Um, like I have to be careful of that, and I've been working my postural muscles in physical therapy, right? I'm just like I know how you get this. I know how you get this, right? I just don't know how the fuck somebody gets that. I do not know how Bert was able to get that. So it's like the gut. I don't necessarily think is steroids. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe he is a steroid guy. Maybe that's his thing, right? But um, you know, excuse me. It's crazy. What's going on, Sasha? Watching on Twitter. How's it going? How's it going? Are you a girl? Because there's no girls allowed here. You know that? Oh man. Snurf G asks, "You've been watching the tank?" I haven't been watching it as much as seasons 1 and 2. But I have been watching it. I've been keeping an eye on it, and mainly through Twitter. But like, uh, depending on whatever situation I'm in day by day, I will pop in there. Like yesterday, I was playing AOE at like 2 a.m. and I was in the chat on the site. Um, I like to pop in there when I can. I just haven't had as much time. I've been pretty busy with some stuff that I'm dealing with right now, combined with the fact that like when I'm doing a lot of other things, sometimes I'm just not even thinking about like Fishtank in that way where it's like, oh, let's go ahead, you know. Like yesterday, it just dawned on me for the first time that I could watch the tank on my second monitor, you know, and I could play AOE on my first monitor, right? Um, but yeah, you know, I've been keeping up with it to a degree. You know, there's a lot of things that happen, and I come back and I'm like, when the fuck did this happen? But for the most part, I kind of I get the gist of everything that's going on. Jack Torrance says, I read somewhere that River and Joaquin Phoenix were in the Children of God cult. I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Only nightmare rapists have that physique. Well, I mean, he wants to be one of those so bad, you know? Look, I don't think Bert is evil or anything like that, but let it be known that I was one of the first people. Well, you know, I won't say one of the first, but I was an early adopter of the looking at Bert for who he actually is thing, you know? Um, at best, you could compare him to Chris Chan, right? I think I made the joke somewhere in some group chat yesterday. I called him the BBC, the big black Chris Chan, right? He is at best you could compare him to Chris Chan. At worst, he is somebody that I'm not saying you should hate. You really shouldn't hate anybody, but you should definitely look upon him with a little bit of like skepticism as to his character. You know, he makes racial abuse porn. You know, he makes porn that is designed to humiliate a group of people as a whole, and that is not cool. Porn in general is not cool, but that's not enough for me to get on your ass about it. You know, you typically have to be doing something else. It's like Sylvia. She has an OnlyFans. I don't know if she still does the OnlyFans thing. She might be trying to move away from that. You know, if so, good for her. Good for her. But like it's not like she was a chauvinist about anything, and because of that I didn't feel like why would I ever be rude to her, you know? And because of that, me and Sylvia are still good friends to this day. I checked in on her after she had the baby, you know. um but if you're the kind of person who's all on Twitter like, yeah, actually porn is good for you, it's like, nah, fuck you, go fuck yourself, you know. And then you add that extra you know, black on white fetish type shit that's specifically meant to be humiliating towards white people. And there's an extra layer of contempt that I will have for you. And I'm not saying that if me and Bert were in the same room, I couldn't be around him and I couldn't have a conversation with him and stuff like that. And truth be told, that's mainly because of the fact that, like I said, you could kind of compare him to Chris Chan to a certain degree. But that doesn't mean I'm his best pal. That doesn't mean I want to be his best pal. It doesn't mean I would want to treat him like I treated like the season 2 fish or stuff like that. You know, if Bert left and was never brought back, which I mean, given how successful he was on this season, he's probably going to be brought back at some point for something. But like if he never got brought back, I wouldn't be like, dude, where's Bert? Oh, dude, where's Bert, dude? Oh man, dude, where's Bert? You know, like this season, if I'm being honest with you, it's disappointing that we haven't gotten Greg so far. It's disappointing that we haven't gotten Dunye so far. It would be real nice because Jet said that Jet said there were people who could breach the barrier. I'm pretty sure he said they can cross the barrier, right? From chapter to chapter, right, if you will. He kind of explained their way of doing the lore and the setup for the seasons a couple nights ago to Bert specifically. You know, if Frank and Nifty and Alex Stein are able to, I think Greg has earned that. I think Dunye has earned that, you know. I'm not saying they need to be involved in the ways that they were before, but you could have them do other stuff too, I feel like, you know. Jax904 says, Frank got a lot of slaps off this season. Love it. Thank you very much for the $1.99, man. Yeah, and that's partially because these are normies who they don't know what to expect with someone like that, and they probably don't find Frank's kind of humor to be that funny. And because of that, a lot of them are reacting the way a normal person would to someone like Frank. you know. And Frank's a very good sport about it. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he straight up just takes the abuse. Um, that'd be tough for me. Even knowing what I'm doing, that would be tough for me to just be cool with like, uh, what's his face, symbol throwing whatever he threw at my head. If somebody threw something at my head from 3 feet away and hit me, I'd probably be throwing down if I'm just being honest with you, you know. So that like props to Frank for being so chill, you know, when um props to him for having that presence of mind as to where he's like, all right, I'm really fucking with these guys. I kind of deserve it. So I'm not going to flip out when these people start trying to hit me and shit like that, you know? Um, but yeah, I was saying like it sucks. It sucks when you have somebody like Greg or somebody like Dunye who I think have definitely earned their spot in every season that they could potentially be on, even if it's not like the exact like season 2. Like Greg doesn't have to be a freeloader again, you know. Greg Dunye doesn't have to be a freeloader again. They can come in and they can do certain things that they've that production wants them to do, right? Um, it would be nice to see them back. I forget exactly what I was talking about because the super chat came in and it kind of rattled me a little bit. But oh yeah. Duh. I forget exactly what I was talking about, but somebody mentioned Bert, and I started talking about Bert. You know, it like I was saying like it wouldn't I wouldn't be sad if Bert never came back, but I understand why he would be back, and I'm not angry at the fact that he probably will be brought back. Like that's totally fine, you know. It's like I said, I don't have any legitimate hatred for Bert. I just have contempt for what he does and the way he lives his life and what it is that he is doing. You know, if anything, um, I think I think while this season is extremely good and it has the potential to be the best season so far, it will suffer in certain ways, and one of those ways that it will suffer is that there's nobody that really anyone is rooting for in that way. You might have some ironic supporters and stuff like that, but like I'm not going to be jumping for joy. I'm not going to be soy facing when 4.5 comes around and they do another blood games style thing. If they are able to do something like that and it turns out Bert is back or Mizzy is back or something like that or Symbol or something like that. I'm not, you know, this cast was not as lovable, and that is partially by design because the show is supposed to be Hell House, and it's supposed to be taking the types of people you want to see get fucked with and throwing them in a house so they can get fucked with, right? But on the flip side of that, um when these people are gone, you're not going to be like, yeah, let's bring them back, you know. As of right now, the only people I would want to see back, I guess, would be Luke, and basically just because he was so chill. Like I didn't feed into the whole like ironic support of Ian thing, but like I wouldn't mind seeing Ian back if you put a gun to my head and you said, hey, like you have to pick a couple of people to bring back, you know. um but yeah, Brett is a legit sex addict. He needs help. It's his fault. It's his fault. I'm just saying this guy is fucked up in the head. You see, and like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't believe in autism the way that a lot of other people do. However, I do believe that you can, through social conditioning, start to embody the traits that we perceive to be autism, right? If that makes sense. I think that Bert is just probably very susceptible to social conditioning. And I think he is in a situation where, as gullible as he is, as potentially low IQ as he is, um, and as susceptible to suggestion as he probably found his way into a horny group chat once, and that group chat just kept on affirming him They just kept on affirming him, right? Because there's a certain way that like someone like Bert could easily be groomed. And I don't even mean like as a teenager. I mean, he could have been like 26 and found his way into this ecosystem, right? And as someone, I'm not going to go into specifics, right? Well, maybe I should go into specifics a little bit. Because I've never fucking groomed anybody, obviously, right? Holy fucking shit. But as somebody who used to be a bit of a degenerate himself, all right. If you want to hear the story, go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon, baby, $5 a month. But jokes aside, like as someone who used to be a bit of a degenerate, I've seen how those circles operate, and it's very much a we don't care about anyone else, we just want to get our rocks off kind of situation, you know. And because of that, you will have people who goad you into unhealthy situations with unhealthy people. You'll be sitting in a room full of people and someone will try and like get with you, and everyone but you will know that they have a communicable disease, and no one will tell you, including the person who has it, you know. Like that type of shit. I saw that happen to somebody, and that dude luckily didn't catch anything, but that was a fucked up situation. I didn't know either. If I had known, I would have let him know. But what I'm trying to say is, I think Bert may have been groomed even as an adult, right? Because he is so susceptible to suggestion, and those sort of circles, they run on that very satanic sort of, hey man, everything's good, man. As long as it feels good, it's good, man. Haha. As long as you give consent, it's a good thing, man. They run on that, and because of that, it's real easy to coax him into doing things and taking up um, things that are not good for him and not good for other people. You know, it's really fucked up. You know, uh, Bert said something in relation to a TTS, asking him some crazy math problem. I almost believe he's actually 160 IQ. I mean, maybe he is, right? Maybe he is either very low IQ or he could potentially be very high IQ. And what happens with low and high IQ? I actually, not to shill the Patreon again, I'm pretty sure I released this. I definitely released it. I remember. If you become a member on my channel, or if you become a member of my Patreon, if you become a patron, you can find a video that I did a couple months ago talking about how I don't actually believe in autism, right? And in that, I explain. In fact, you know what? We've been doing some drawing today. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. One moment. So, I think we all know what this is. This is the bell curve, specifically relating to IQ. I think what autism really is just this extreme end of the bell curve, the dummy end of the bell curve, and the big brain end of the bell curve, right? I think what happened is people noticed certain traits in both of those ends of the bell curve. They lopped them off the end of the bell curve, stuck them together, and that became the autism spectrum. And I think a more apt explanation for autism is that somebody is either very low IQ or very high IQ. And because of that, they perceive the world in a slightly different way, and they are perceived by people in a slightly different way. And because of that, you'll have people who are literally like, they're just so low IQ. I don't want to say stupid, all right? Because I don't even think low IQ is necessarily stupidity, but you get what I'm saying, right? They're either very low IQ, and because of that, they have problems controlling their emotions while also having problems with being able to articulate what is wrong with them. Um, and because of that, we just assume, they're nonverbal autistic. That's what it is. Now, on this end, all right, as I like to call it, the Scott end of the bell curve, all right, the Scott end of the bell curve. I think it's that these people are very good at articulation, and they are thinking on a level that the average midwit over here, the average midwit over here, the average midwit over here simply, it's not that they can't understand it, although sometimes it literally is that they can't understand it, but it is just like they don't vibe with it. There's just something off about it. There's something weird. And because of that, that's how we get that high functioning end of the autism spectrum. I genuinely think it's just people who are on the left or the right end of the bell curve, and the midwits that are making up the extreme majority of society are looking down from the top of the mountain, right? I did it right this time. I did it right. The top of the mountain going, wow, those people down there sure are fucked up. You know, at the end of the day, it's all at the end of the day, it's all perception. You know, it's all perception. And you'd be very surprised at how cunning somebody on that low end of the IQ bell curve or even the autism spectrum can be. I was dealing with a kid who he was autistic. I would at least assume, you know, because that's what everything is called nowadays. There's no more mentally retarded anymore. You can't just be mentally retarded anymore. And I say that as a medical term, right? Because it is still a medical term to this day. Everything is some flavor of autism nowadays, right? And if you are in the middle of the mountain, if you are in the hump of the bell curve, well, then you don't have autism. What you have is bipolar disorder or depression or OCD, ADD, blah blah blah, right? But shoot, I lost my train of thought. Oh man, I seriously just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. I had a kid in one of my jujitsu classes, and he knew exactly what he had to do to get what he wanted. All he had to do was start throwing a tantrum and run to his parents, and his parents would give him whatever it was that he wanted. And if they couldn't give him what he wanted, then they would just like at the very least they would be like, "It's okay, it's okay." They would validate him just for himself, right? And because of this, whenever he would lose in a game, he would start throwing a tantrum. He'd start trying to punch the heavy bags, which that's not something you do in jujitsu. He'd start like running around the mat, you know, flailing, doing that. And eventually, after working with him, I was just like, nah, this is fucking bullshit. I said it to him. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit, kid. It's fucking bullshit. Now, no, but I thought to myself like, yo, this is bullshit. And I started being a little bit harder on the kid. I was like, no, no, I'm kidding. But when he would start throwing tantrums, I'd literally put a hand on his shoulder, not like hard, just literally like a gentle hand on his shoulder, gentle but firm. And I'd be like, no, we're not doing that right now, bud. You're calming down right now. And he would immediately start to calm down. And it was a battle, though. It was a battle. And it got better as time went on. It went from like, he'd freak out. I'd be like, yo. I'd be like, I'm making too many of those jokes, but I'd like put a hand on his shoulder, or if he was laying down, I'd put a hand on his chest just like that, and I'd be like, no, you're calming down right now, dude. We're not doing this right now. We're not doing this. We're not doing this right now. And he would start to calm down immediately, and he would fight me on it. He'd be like, but, and I'd be like, no, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. You're not doing that right now. We're not talking right now. You're calming down is what we're doing. We're calming down. And as time went on, things got better. When he would freak out less, and when he would freak out, I'd be like, no, we're not doing that. And he would calm down a lot quicker. But he never quite got to where he needed to be. And it was because his parents were always there. So he would always be looking to his parents to try and validate him. Literally, he'd be on the mat throwing a tantrum. I'd be like, calm down. And he'd be like, huh. Look over, see his parents. You know, that's what would happen. I'm saying this to just illustrate that, like, even low IQ people can be very cunning. At the end of the day, we all operate on what is going to get us what we want. That's all we're ever doing. You know, I want something out of you guys. You want something out of me. Let's be honest here. You know, I want $1 million. No, but I want you guys to watch me, obviously, and you guys want me to be entertaining. And we're both doing things to try and get what we want out of each other. That's just the way it is. And regardless of how high or low IQ or how autistic or non-autistic somebody is, they're always taking in information, especially at that young of an age, where they are realizing, like, okay, when I go up to my mom and say, yo, bitch, give me some juice, she doesn't like that. And on top of that, I don't get any juice. Maybe I should try a different approach. Hey, mom, can I have some juice? Oh, huh, she didn't flip out at me that time. And she gave me some juice. Maybe I should do that more in the future. Maybe I should do that a little bit more in the future. With him, he learned that he can get what he wants through throwing a tantrum. And because his parents are too soft on him because they were told that he has autism, so now he's their little special boy, and they just don't have the heart to be like, hey, shut up. They don't have the heart to do that. They're like, oh, well, okay, here, you can have what you want. And if they say no and he throws a tantrum and they keep saying no, he's just going to throw a bigger tantrum until they're like, okay, fine, fine, okay, fine. Um, the parents will sue for child molestation when they find this stream. I did it in front of the parents, you know. Fucking, it's not like I'm yoking kids up, you know. Um, and obviously it's a young boy. It's a boy, right? So when you pat a kid on the back, or when you put a hand on a kid, you're obviously going to make sure you're not doing anything inappropriate, whether it's like violent, right, or if it's a something of that nature, obviously, right? But I'm very careful not to come close to the line, because that would be not okay at all. A lot of parents are different, though. A lot of parents are very different, and a lot of parents are just like fucked up and annoying about shit. It's the worst to have to deal with. Sorry, I'm just sending a message real quick. All right. Bird is verified Mensa plus two other high IQ societies. Yes, he's schizophrenic and retarded. That's your words, not mine. But he's not low IQ. LOL. I don't know if I believe that. I got to be honest with you. Where is the verification? Because he says everything about himself. Have you not noticed that? He has that thing going on where he tries to front load his introduction to you. Like, he can't just be like, "Hi, I'm Bert." It's got to be, "Hi, I'm Bert, aka Black Urban Ripped Trainer. I am fluent in two languages, French and Italian. I am a heavyweight boxer. I took up heavyweight boxing, right?" And that's immediately how I knew he was full of shit, because nobody calls it heavyweight boxing. I've never heard anybody call it heavyweight boxing before. You don't take up heavyweight boxing or lightweight boxing or anything like that. But the point I'm making is, he couldn't just introduce himself. He had to introduce himself and then throw all these things that he thinks he has going on, in order to impress you, right? He said he's fluent in two different languages. He said he's a bodybuilder and a personal trainer. He tried to get people to call him Coach Bert. Etc. etc. He had so many things that he was talking about that it's all clear that it's like not true, or if it is true, it's like obviously like not as true as he is trying to make it out to be. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't ever even like. It wouldn't surprise me if he's never even looked at the Mensa website. And then what other two high IQ societies are there? I'm pretty sure it's Mensa, and then everywhere else is just like, even Mensa is like, what does that mean? What's even the point? Who cares? You know? Um, it's just funny though. Do you think Bert is normal like you? I look at Bert like he was the kid in the wheelchair in school riding the short bus with extra diapers. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not normal like me. I'm super normal. Okay, I'm the most normal. Is what I am. I'm the normalist. They call me Normal Scott. Is what they call me. Um, yeah, I mean, like, that again. That's why I don't have like real contempt for him. Is because it's very clear there's something going on there, and I don't think it's schizophrenia. I think people just happen to find somebody who halfway looks like Bert. Not even completely, but he halfway looks like Bert. who is apparently schizophrenic, and he's from New Jersey. And um, now they're they're running with it, right? And even production ran with it, because it's funny if production runs with it, right? I don't think Bert is actually schizophrenic, right? But yeah, overall, like, you know, I don't know what his deal is. Hopefully he figures his shit out, and he's able to kind of just walk away from all that unhealthy shit. Bert just wants people to play into his fetish fantasies, and that's kind of what it is I feel like Bert probably decided he was going to start, saying all that stuff about him, specifically because it kind of feeds into this fantasy about him being like Mr. Suave dude. He's Christian Grey is what he is. He's a regular Christian Grey. Um, and he's probably got a little bit of that going on in his head. Basically, the way that I wanted to think about myself when I was like a sophomore in high school, right? Like that type of shit is probably what he's got going on in his head, just a little bit, right? He's schizotypal. That's too much looping and pattern obsession to be nothing. I don't even know what schizotypal is. I know what schizophrenia is, but I don't know what schizotypal is. That beats the hell out of me, Mr. Gwidkins. Beats the hell out of me. I'm just looking around because I feel like I missed a ton of whatever it's called. Um, I missed a I no I didn't miss a ton. I didn't miss a ton. You know, Actually, I don't know if I missed anything. Anyway, I can't stand Mizzy. Not sure why. Yeah, it's like I said. I said this a little while ago. I feel bad for Mizzy because she's the type of person who doesn't realize why her life is shit. She doesn't understand why her life is Mizzy. She truly does not understand why her life is so Mizzy all the time, and that makes me feel bad. And all she can do is just like all she can do is just eat at 2 a.m. And that's such a sad thing to me. That her daily life is just a slog of just like, oh, I have to go to this bar job where I got like annoying shit to do. And then I'm gonna go make a music video, and that music video is gonna go nowhere. But I'm still gonna keep on chasing the dream. And I know it's not gonna go anywhere, and that's sad. But oh, it's okay because I'm gonna chase the dream. And then she goes and she just like all she can do to feel better is eat food. And that's such a sad thing to me. That's a very sad thing to me. And it sucks. I don't know why everybody in the house hates her. I don't know what her deal is. I haven't paid close enough attention to her to really um I haven't paid close enough attention to her to really like understand why everybody hates her. Me, I just feel bad for her. Is really what it is. One thing I will say is that I think she thinks she's the mom. You know, I think she likes to think she's the mom of the house, and that she's totally what is she? I think she likes to feel like she's the mom of the house, and that she's totally got everything under control, even though that's not the way that I'm trying to she understands everything. She can handle everything. She's the one that when her friends are drunk, she makes sure they get home, and she tucks them into bed, right? She kind of gives me that vibe, and that shit's annoying. And like only women who don't have their shit together try to front like they have it together in the way that she does. And again, that's a sad thing. That's not something that I personally see and I'm like, fucking idiot, fucking bitch. But it's just sad. It's just sad. Um, the people in the house don't like her because she makes everything about herself every chance she gets. Oh yeah, attention-seeking behavior. Mizzy reminds me a little bit of a girl that I dated before I met my wife. I've told the story a couple of times. I dated this girl, big titty goth girl. And she was really chill. She was cool to be around, but like you couldn't trust her to not try and make everything about herself, and you couldn't trust her to not flirt with a bunch of people. We dated for like 6 to 8 months, if you could even call it that. It's really more so we knew each other for about that time. But as soon as we met, we were immediately trying to we were immediately trying to get it in. And it's just thinking back to her, like that girl, right? I don't wish anything bad on that girl because, like, truthfully, I could see into her heart, and there wasn't anything necessarily bad there. She didn't want anything bad for anybody. But it's kind of the same thing as with Mizzy, where it's just like they're just too, their heads are up their asses so far that they can't figure out why their lives suck. And no amount of telling them why their lives suck is even going to help, because that's what I like. That I'm someone who, I make the mistake of trying to fix people, right? That's one of the issues that I have, is I try to set people straight. A lot of the time when somebody fucks you over, there's literally nothing to say to them, and trying to say anything to them is just going to make them like feel like they were justified in how they treated you in the first place, or they feel it's going to justify bad treatment in the future. It's best to just take it or leave it with people. But with this girl, I tried to tell her, like, yo, like, you got to stop being a barfly. You got to stop being an attention seeker. You got to get your shit right, because that's why you feel shitty all the time, and that's why I'm always kind of pissed off at you, is because fucking, I remember before we were dating, the time you did this thing or the time you did that thing, and now we're dating and you're talking to my friend, and the tone that you're using is very flirty, and you're being combative with him, and he's sitting here like, what the fuck is this? Why is she talking to me like that? He's not even playing into it. You're being a fucking weirdo about it. It's literally one-sided. um and nothing I said to her helped that. Nothing I said to her made her want to change. People are just people, especially women. Especially women, but people are just people. And whoever they are is who they are, and there's no reason to even really like try and change them. And that's a sad thing. It'd be nice if I could have talked to that girl and just been like, yo, like, here's why your life sucks. And she would have been like, oh, okay. And she would have changed it. That would have been nice. Even if we didn't stay together, it would be nice to know that she's not in her mid 30s now, probably getting closer to her late 30s at this point. And like, seriously just fucked up, you know? Um, and with Mizzy, it's not going to get any better for her, unfortunately, you know? Really, unfortunately. Huh, that's weird. Thank you very much, Sino. Thank you very much, Sino, for the $15. I don't know why I don't know why so the alert popped up, but no sound played. That was a little bit weird. It was a little bit weird. I'm wondering why that happened. I'm gonna have to check that out. But thank you so much, Sino, for the $15. You could have said something in there too. I would have read it out. Thank you again though. Anyway, Sino also says, in some ways, I think people in the house envy her as well, more so the women. You could see that Alexis and Peyton were envious when her Instagram was blowing up. I could see that happening. I could see that happening. Success brings out snakes. Not that there's even real success there. She's gonna get out of there, and she's gonna realize that a lot of those followers were botted. I bought botted followers one time, years and years ago. I created an Instagram account because I was trying out for BKFC, and I wanted to have more of a social media presence than I already had, which was basically non-existent. So I created an Instagram account. I posted a few videos of me training, getting ready for the tryout. And I was like, fuck it. Like, if I do get them to look at my Insta, I want them to see that I have quote unquote followers. So I bought it, like, I think like 20 to 30,000 followers from my account. And it like, over the course of like 6 months, the bots just kept getting removed. You know, they kept getting kicked off of Instagram, and because of that, I went from, like, again, 20 or 30,000 down to like a couple hundred, which is crazy to think about. That's fucking insane. So like, by the time she gets out, potentially there's potentially a chance that her followers are going to continuously start to go down because Instagram keeps removing botted followers, right? Assuming the followers are actually botted, that is, right? I'm pretty sure I thought I heard something about that. Just look at Alex B. Sam spoke cold truth to him about his wife, and while it gave him pause, it obviously didn't change anything. Yep. Excuse me. You cannot help somebody who does not want to be helped. It's just the fact of the matter, you know? Yeah, Peyton mentioned Sam Hyde, and then Jet came out and told everyone Job was his cousin. Not sure if someone dropped the ball. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you mentioning that for specifically, Jax 904? Can't imagine Alexis still being there. I was petitioning for her to be forced to wear a hijab. That'd be pretty funny. The hijab challenge. Yeah, I thought Alexis was going to be a late gamer because she seemed like the kind of person who would just cry and like make it about herself for a little while, and then when she was done crying, she just goes back to everything as it was, you know. Oh, okay. It wouldn't have surprised me, you know. It wouldn't have surprised me. I'm doing something I shouldn't right now. I'm doing something I shouldn't right now. But I've been running more, and on top of the running, I've also been getting small workouts in here and there too. Um, so you know, I'm my body's changing, and my appetite is going up. But I'm also trying to make sure I'm on like a severe caloric deficit. I'm not talking like 1,800 calories a day. I'm talking like 1,100 calories a day, like 1,200 calories a day, that type of shit. And it's this week hasn't been working out very well because I like I said, I've been running multiple miles a day. So I'm just always hungry right now. It's fucking killing me. Anyway, Alexis was such a bitch, and um, that's what she that's what would have made her a good competitor, in my opinion. You know, I could see she's definitely the kind of person who would backstab somebody if needed. You know, was really sad that they didn't wheel Sylvia in bitch tank while she was in labor and call it the midwife challenge. That would have been pretty great. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Sylvia did some writing for season 3. You know, she did some writing for 2.5 as well, I believe. But if not, then she did the paintings that were on the walls for uh, season 2. You know, she's down under right now, and she's got a baby, so she probably isn't as free to be able to get here as she would probably want to be, right? Um, but it is nice to see her still involved. You know, it's nice to see her still involved, and I hope we'll see her in front of a camera at some point. You know, the punk rock makeup challenge or something like that. You know. Anyway, Bert has an Xbox. Job has a PC. Oh, Bert and Job are playing Halo right now. They introduced the game cam. My clan keeps getting attacked by this one guy, and I don't even think we give a fuck. I think we're all just like, whatever, who cares? Where's the gamer cam? Where is the gamer cam? Where is the gamer cam? Oh, I take it there is no gamer cam right now. I take it there's no gamer cam right now because this is going on. Oh shit, it's Majock. Big Majock. Oh fuck no, that's Ben. That looked like Majock for a second because they wear a similar type of hat as each other. Oh man, that's funny. Anyway. Anyway, so we're supposed to watch this, all right? We're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna take a look at it, all right? Gamer cam earlier with Symbol playing Minecraft. I saw a little bit of that. That was that was interesting.
He's not a human.
Oh. Hey, where's that Bible at?
Downstairs.
All right, don't fuck with.
That's strange. Or I see what it is. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're gonna watch this episode of Life with Grandpa. All right. Now, the story behind this. All right. The story behind this is there was a cult called the Family International. All right, as you can see, they went by a few different names, and it was basically a cult that preached what they called free love or something like that. But it was basically if you took Christianity and combined it with like hippy dippy bullshit and took it to the extreme, you know, like the extremist of extremes. These people, they believed that everybody should just fuck everybody, including the minors and things like that. And they were, I mean, it was all about sex. It was all about sex is really what it was. I forget the name of the guy who ran it. It's probably a good thing. I don't want to know, like, you know, I don't want to be some fucking expert in this. Like I'm some kind of Columbiner or whatever they call those people. You know, the chicks with hybristophilia that are into school shooters and shit like that. But this is just, it was such a weird thing. I watched Nick Crowley's video on it the other day. Nick Crowley, if you're into horror and like mysteries and lost media and stuff like that, he's a really good channel for you to check out. And I figured, you know what, we might as well watch an episode. So I believe I won't get in trouble for this. I don't think the Family International is around anymore, and I would assume nobody owns the copyright. I would assume nobody owns a copyright for this. So hopefully I won't get in any hot water with this. But with that said, let's go ahead.
Life with Grandpa. What can be more fun?
That's weird. Hold on one sec. For some reason, it's not. I want to test something out here.
That is why we are
That's really weird.
Let's play a little game. I'm going to cut out the company logo
So,
for
are
this
you guys
commercial
able to hear
and
this
see
right
if
now?
you can guess what in the world
'Cause it shows that
it's
it's
supposed
going
to be
off.
advertising.
But were you guys able to hear that?
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Are you guys
Nope,
able to hear
keep
this
guessing.
right now? Kind of need your help right this second because I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with my audio. Because there's some weird thing with my audio right now that I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so it's playing in one ear and not the other. I don't know why. I probably you know. I think it's probably about time I get some fucking new earbuds or something. But so yeah, you guys were able to hear it. Okay, which is good. Let's go ahead. All right. Silly me. There we go. It's coming. Oh. Actually, you know what we gotta do? It's time for some cinema here. It's time for some cinema. We gotta be cinematic.
Living where there's love for everyone, learning lessons each and every day, learning from the Word of God, the light to guide our way.
We're at the movies right now, boys.
Life with Grandpa, what can be more fun? That is why we are happy. That is why that we sing. It's because of Jesus. He's everything.
You guys hear that okay?
Purpose in each new day, learning how to share and give God's love away. Life with Grandpa, what could be more fun? Living where there's love for everyone, learning lessons each and every day, learning from the Word of God, the light to guide our way. Life with Grandpa, won't you come along?
it's funny because like I won't be pausing a ton, but like the only puppet that doesn't look sort of like nerve-wracking.
There's love for everyone.
One sec, right?
Learning lessons each and every day. Learning from the word of God, the light to guide our way. Life with
The only one of these that isn't like severely like uncanny valley is this one. Like that's the only one that I don't look at and think like, ooh, this looks like a chick I dated. I shit you not. I think the girl that I dated just had grandma face. It doesn't help that she wore these same types of glasses. She's a liberal from North Carolina, so I can only imagine how excited she was when Trump won. She had I checked her Instagram one day. I scrolled back just out of curiosity back to 2016. And there was a picture of her standing in front of this thing. This is a girl in college at the time, by the way. She was like a freshman or a sophomore in college, right? She's standing in front of this fucking backdrop sort of thing that looks like an elementary school. You know how they decorate the walls in an elementary school? It looked like that. This thing that looks like it was made by elementary school kids but was really put together by college students. It had like Trump in back, right? And she was holding the fucking bag of Cheetos, just looking into the camera like, and that was just like, wow, that's your big statement. That's your big thing for when Trump gets elected is I'm gonna stand in front of a backdrop. I'm gonna stand in front of the backdrop and I'm gonna hold Cheetos. Yeah, totally gonna get them. It was just like, holy fucking shit. I'm sure you guys can tell why it didn't work out, right? I'm sure you kind of understand why it didn't work out, right? I have a weird thing with girls from North Carolina. It's funny. It's funny. But anyway, Sensei, can you keep up the facade tomorrow? Please bring John too. Hey, dude, I'll do whatever you want, man. I'll do whatever you want.
Grandpa, won't you come along?
See what I'm talking about, though? The grandpa does have some gentle features that are welcoming,
again.
but these three,
Here we are, all
especially this guy
together
right here.
again on another Life with Grandpa show. Let's say hello, children. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, God bless you. Hello.
Praise the Lord. Well, the children have some more stories and lessons to share with you. And my, don't they look nice today? Thank you, Jesus.
I'm wearing my new dress. Me too.
Yes, you all look beautiful. Yes, David?
You look nice too, Grandpa.
Thank you, David. Honey, you're really sweet. Shall we start with the song?
Yes, Grandpa.
What the fuck is this?
Quacky was a duck, and a little duck was he, with fuzzy yellow feathers.
What have those eyes seen? Those eyes, bro. That ain't 1,000-yard stare. That's a 1,000,000-yard stare. What is this poor kid seen? What did they do? What did they do to fucking Quacky?
As cute as he could be, he lived on a pond down the road not far away. And when I go to see him, this is what he'd say: quack, quack.
I thought he said fuck for a second. I thought he said fuck quack. Hold on.
It seemed he always, this is what he'd say: quack, quack.
Yeah, didn't that sound like he said fuck? It sounded like he was like, this is what he'd say: fuck quack.
It seemed he always knew the way that I was feeling. His love was always true. Quack, quack. And when I was feeling sad, he always made me glad with the quack. He was like my best friend, and after school or play, Quacky would be waiting.
It's kind of crazy the
to see
production
me
value this
every
has.
day.
Like,
I'd
obviously
sit
it's
down
a
beside
homemade
him, and I'd
thing
give him a
practically,
snack.
but like
I'd tell him all
this is
the
this
secrets,
is
and he would
literally
answer
like the
back.
type of shit you would probably see on like
It
a
seemed
PBS
he
or
always
something.
knew the way that I was feeling. His love was always true.
Bird's eyes. The kid is reacting to an incoming
And when
TTS.
I was feeling sad,
You just hear fuck you.
he always made me glad with the quack. One day my dear duck Quacky got sick, and though I tried to make him feel better, my little Quacky died. But
I was about to make that
little
joke.
Quacky, when I go to bed and pray, he's playing up in heaven, I'll be with him there someday. Quack, 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 quack. It seemed he always knew the way that I was feeling, his love was always true. Quack, quack.
Man, that makes me
And
sad.
when I was feeling sad, he
Poor
always
Quacky,
made me
dude. Poor
glad
fucking
with
Quacky,
the quack,
man.
quack, 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 quack.
Yeah, this would have been a lot of work back in the day, you know? Somebody had to paint all this. Somebody had to paint this and this, right? They had to make those things that pop out. They had to make Quacky, the puppets, right? The legs on the puppet, I guess. I don't know. You know, and then, like, obviously I'm not some expert about shit, but, like, being on the set of World Peace 2 those few times that I was on, I see what goes into it when it's actually going down, you know? Like, it never would have crossed my mind, right? They'd get, like, I'd see them, they'd get, like, a perfect shot. They'd get, like, the best fucking shit on camera, right? And they'd cut, and then they'd be like, all right, one more for safety, right? Like, it was like, try a million times, finally get the one that they're like, that's fucking it, yes, perfect, now do it one more time just in case, right? Like, this right here, they definitely right here, they definitely were like, oh, hey, we're gonna do another take of this time, maybe have a little bit less going side to side and a little bit more up and down, you know? And then he does it again, and they're like, okay, that was great. Maybe a little bit more side to side now. Keep the up and down, but a little bit more side to side. So now the guy's sitting here just doing this, right? And the puppet's doing this, and they're like, perfect, that's exactly what we need. Now one more time, try and do it all again, you know? It's like, you almost got to respect the amount of effort that was put into this to a degree, you know? They definitely they definitely tried.
He always made me glad whenever I was sad. He always made me glad with the quack. I see my little Quacky when I go to bed and pray. He's playing up in heaven, I'll be with him there someday.
Poor Quacky.
Hallelujah. That's
again,
a
if he's
cute
in
little
heaven.
song about a little boy's duck that died and went to heaven. And the little duck is waiting up in heaven to play with his friend when he gets there. Thank the Lord. Isn't that wonderful? When we get to heaven, we'll get to see all our old friends and pets again. And did you know we'll get to talk to the animals in heaven?
I'd like to talk to a rabbit.
You will. There was a day before the flood when animals were the pets of man. And he could talk to them, and they could talk to him.
Like Adam did.
Exactly. And that's what it's going to be like, beginning with the millennium, when you and me and all you faithful children out there will rule the earth with Jesus.
Thank you, Lord.
And that's why these lessons
Again,
you
this
share
fucking
are
kid, bro.
so important.
This
Or
fucking
we'll
kid
all
right here.
use them to teach others now and in the future.
Like,
Ours.
here's the thing, right? So, if I had a daughter and she looked like that, I'd be like, oh, nice. Nice. I have a beautiful young daughter. If I had a son and he looked like that, I'd break his nose. I'd be like, you think you're gonna look like that around me? Fucking, that is like, this is like, okay, that looks kind of like how you might see like a young girl look. This, a little bit weird, but passable. But this right here, it's specifically, there's something about the nose and then the smile, the little grin. There's something about that. I'm just like, yo, get that fucking thing away from me, dude. Get that away from me, bro.
Story lessons today are on obedience and sharing.
Yes, 3 Little Accidents and the Rich Fool.
Well, those sound like very good stories. Okay, David.
Jesus loves you and will take care of you always, even when you're naughty. But sometimes, if you've been disobedient, he'll take care of you with a spanking to try to make you be good.
He'll beat that
One
ass.
time, I was
He'll beat
playing
your
with my
monkey
cars
ass.
before bedtime in Grandpa and Mommy's room. I was 2 years old.
Look, David, Grandpa has a big mountain with the blanket over his legs. You can roll your cars down on it. Look, David, like this.
the fucking. Look at the arm. Look at the arm.
On it.
Just look at his arm.
Look, David, like this.
That's fun. I want to do it. Vroom!
David, you don't need to throw the car. Just let the car go gently, see?
Vroom!
David, I said don't throw the car. Now try again.
Vroom!
That's disobedience. David, you had better tell Grandpa you're
That's the mom's just like, that's disobedience.
very sorry.
David, please tell Grandpa you're sorry.
No! Ouch!
Oh, damn.
Jesus,
How's
please
that?
heal David's head and help it not to hurt or come up in a big bump. In Jesus' name, amen.
Whoops, a bonk on the bonkus. Where did you bonk it?
Here.
Do you think it was the Lord who let you get bonked?
Yes, sir.
See, you were disobedient, like Jonah. So the Lord sent you a bonk on the head to teach you a lesson. Like he sent a whale to swallow
Shouldn't
Jonah.
have fucked with me, kid.
You see, David, the Lord won't let you get away
Jesus is
with
my
being
hitman.
disobedient and rebellious. He's trying to humble you and teach you a lesson. You were
David, you're not fucking
disobedient.
playing right.
So Jesus gave you a little spanking, didn't he?
Yes, Grandpa, I'm really sorry. So that was one little accident that happened
they're training
because
kids
of
to massage,
disobedience.
to quote unquote
The second
massage
one
them
happened
over the
when we were
blanket,
camping
much
in
like birding
France.
off.
One day,
Honestly?
we went out for
Honestly?
a walk.
Maybe. Maybe.
Lord, we really claim your
Maybe.
promises for our protection. Please help us all to stay together and not have
The
any
Lord,
accidents.
aka
In
Grandpa's
Jesus'
like,
name.
yeah.
Amen.
What you didn't see was Grandpa kicking the kid over.
Amen.
Amen. And so off we went.
Davida, come back.
Dimida?
Davida, you should never wander off
What?
by yourself.
What's her name?
Davida, you should never
Oh,
wander
Davida.
off by yourself,
I
should
forgot. I
you?
forgot I had
No,
the.
Mommy.
Not even Grandpa or Mama go anywhere by themselves, do they?
No, ma'am.
This is not the first time this has happened, so I'm warning you to hold Mommy's hand and not wander off again. Agreed?
Yes, Mommy.
Davida, don't run down that gravel hill.
She's gonna fall. She's gonna fuck herself up.
Davida!
Oh,
Oh, Davida.
She's bleeding, and her cut is all covered with dirt.
And I don't even have a tissue to wipe it with. I'll just have to lick it clean and spit out the dirt.
yo, what?
That will have to do until we get home.
Please, Lord, heal Davida's cut. Help it not to hurt, and please stop the bleeding so that we can get her back to the caravan.
Lord, forgive me for not having any tissues. Anyone working with children should always carry cologne and tissues.
Thank you, Jesus. Look, the Lord has already slowed down the bleeding. Come on, Davida. I'll carry you home.
Fucking idiot. You fucking idiot,
Back
dude.
at the caravan.
If that was my dad, he would have been like, you see what I fucking tell you? I ain't calling the ambulance either. You know, fucking these guys are so serene. They're so nice to their kids. If this was a New England family, it'd be, you see what I tell you? I told you not to do that, and you did.
Auntie Sarah washed Davida's cut
God
with
forbid
clean
she use her
water.
clothing to wipe the dirt. Yeah, but then you
Hold
wouldn't be
still,
able to taste
dear.
the blood.
Jesus, help her to be brave.
Oh dear, it really is a deep gash. Maybe we should
Axe
take her
body
to the
spray and
doctor
tissues, parenting
to have it
101.
stitched up.
She brought
Lord, give
she
us
brought
wisdom.
The Drakkar Noir.
Oh, I remember a tip that I once learned. We'll make an egg skin bandage. First, we peel the skin off a hard-boiled egg. Then patch the egg skin in an X shape over the clean cut to close it up. There. Now with care and prayer and not washing or changing the egg bandage,
Care and
it
prayer.
should heal up into a brown scab in a few days.
We'll have to really pray that there won't be a scar.
The next morning at devotions, we had a talk about the reason why Davida fell and bumped herself.
Davida, did you find any good verses about afflictions?
Yes, Mommy. Psalm 119:67. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word.
And also, it is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes.
Good. And what lesson did you learn from this accident, Davida?
That I shouldn't have been disobedient. I should have held your hand like you said.
That's right. And also you didn't tune in to the prayer before the walk, or even say amen when we claimed promises for your
Tune into the
safety.
prayer.
And so
they
the
wa- what
Lord
are they
had to
watching?
teach you a hard lesson for your disobedience. Always remember...
You know, here's the crazy thing. Like, as a Christian, I actually find there to be truth in some of the things that they are saying, but it's the extent that they take it to that's just fucking insane. Like, I love my kids. I would never lick my child's cut, though. I don't have kids yet, right? But, like, when I do have kids, I would never lick my child's cut clean. I'd be willing to wipe the blood with my shirt if it came down to it, right? But I would never lick my child's face because he or she has a cut on it. You know, that's like, what the fuck is going on? But, like, I do actually believe that a lot of the bad things that happen to us are straight up just like punishments from God, you know? And then even certain things you think might be punishments, they might not actually be punishments. They might be things like they're just uncomfortable things that cause you to move so that you're in the space that you're supposed to be in, right? You're not in a certain space where you're supposed to be right now, so God kicks you in the ass to get you moving 3 feet to the left so that you're actually where you're supposed to be. But like the idea that like you don't listen to your parents once, so you're gonna fall and you're gonna bust your head open, or you're gonna bump your fucking your head. Like I don't know if that's how it works. I don't know if the Holy Spirit works like that. I don't think the Holy Spirit is going into bedrooms to push over 5-year-old kids. I don't think that's the way it works. You know, naturally, right? Naturally, when you are young and you don't listen to your parents, like there's a good chance that they're telling you not to do something because they have experience in it and they know that you're gonna fuck yourself up. You know. Like there's certain situations where you kind of gotta let a child touch the hot stove, but then there's other situations where it's like, no, you don't want to touch that stove, dude. All right, don't touch the stove. But like, it's fucking, it's just crazy to see the extent that some of these people take it to, you know, and that's what this is right here. If there are people today who are stuck in the 90s, there were people in the 90s stuck in the 60s. Oh, yeah, 1,000,000%. You know, 1,000,000%, dude. There's no way in hell they weren't. When I was young, my parents told me to lick the wound myself. Shit works, though it's gross. Yeah, I wouldn't lick my own wounds, especially because, like, I might have dirt in it or something like that. I ain't trying to get dirt in my mouth. That's something people said, is to rub a little dirt in it, but that's not something anybody actually did because everybody kind of understood that was a stupid idea. But the idea behind rubbing dirt in a wound like that is because it's supposed to help the blood clot. It's supposed to help coagulate a little bit, which makes sense because the blood is being soaked into the dirt and it's kind of creating a it's soaking up instead of just running down. So it makes sense, but like the risk, I don't believe is worth the reward. You know, there's like I'm on a construction site. I cut myself on fucking wood or something like that. I pick up dirt. Turns out there's a tetanus nail in it, and I'm like, yeah. That's like, fuck that.
Remember, the right thing is
You know,
to obey.
it became a colloquial term, I believe would
Thank
be the
the
word.
Lord
or a
that
proverbial
soon
term,
afterwards
you know? Rub a
there
little
was
dirt in
no
it, you know,
sign
you
at
get hit.
all of the deep
I'm
gash
sure
on
Vance got that
Davida's
too,
forehead.
you know?
Surely a doctor would have. Thank the Lord that soon afterwards there was no sign at all of the deep gash on Davida's forehead. Surely a doctor would have stitched it, but our God is still a God of miracles. Praise the Lord.
We wiped the magic marker off of her forehead, and there was no sign of it afterwards. Praise the Lord.
A third little accident happened one time when Davida and I were playing rough near a fireplace.
Sorry.
Hey!
Turns out there was a fourth child. The fire was lit. They're roughhousing. They knocked the fourth child into the fire.
Hey.
Children, we're having a meeting. Could you please sit or play quietly?
Yeah, Tank Hill,
and come
basically
away
a
from that
PG way of saying
fireplace?
quit your
It's
bitches,
dangerous.
basically. Yeah.
But a few minutes later... Haha, Davida, I'm going to get you. Oof, oof.
Children, are you all right?
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank the Lord.
Children, are you all right? My dad wouldn't have been like, are you okay? He would have been like, I told you not to do that. He would have been flipping, dude.
Lord, you could have been very badly hurt. I warned you to settle down, but you did.
That's like the baby boomers' favorite thing to go to. I've heard so many adults say that in my time. If you get hurt, I'm not calling an ambulance. If you get hurt, I'm not taking you to the hospital. You know, it's like, holy shit, dude. All right, guess I'll just bleed out here. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom.
Disobeyed and didn't listen, so we're going to have to give you both a good spanking.
The Lord says, as many as I love,
We're
I
gonna
rebuke
beat
and
the
chasten.
shit out of you.
Jesus spanks us because he loves us and wants us to obey and be good.
Yo, the
We're
fucking
really sorry.
Yo, they really. That's really.
Obey and be good.
That's the craziest fucking. That's the craziest scene I've seen in this thus far. The fucking the piano music, right? The like transition type piano music with this dude. He's got like a fucking coat hanger that he's turned into a basically like a fucking club or a whip or something like that.
We're really sorry.
We spanked you to help you understand how serious little disobediences are.
Imagine what would have happened if there had been a fire burning. You could have both been badly burned. Do you understand?
Oh, yes, we're really, really sorry. Oh, how we cried when we thought how badly hurt we could have been because of our disobedience.
So you like no kid is thinking of it like that, you know. At the end of the day, like all a kid is gonna understand is consequences, you know, and that's why spanking is a thing. I don't believe spanking should be done with an instrument though. I think that's a bit of a weird one. You know, I've never liked the idea of spanking with an instrument of some kind, an apparatus, a spanking apparatus. I'm all set on that, but like. Yeah, I do think that spanking is an important part of a child's development, and it needs to be done the right way, though, you know. And like this is what they're portraying here is better than like having it done in anger. You know, I was spanked in anger, if I'm being honest with you, and because of that, I didn't take it as my parents are like, you know, trying to look out for me, and they're upset that I like did something that was beneath me or whatever, right? Or that I hurt somebody, or that I needed to have some boundaries instilled in me. I just took it as, oh, my parents are assholes, you know, and I internalized that for a lot of my life, if I'm just being honest with you. And it's not because of the spanking itself. It's because it never seemed to be done in the right context, right? Where it wasn't like, hey, you seriously fucked up and you did something that's going to get you in some serious trouble. I don't want to do this, but I have to because you're not going to understand anything else, right? It wasn't that. It was like, you have pissed me off. I'm going to spank you now, you know? And they didn't spank me for very long in my life. I think by the time I was like 5 or 6, they had stopped. But I can remember a few times when I was a child where it was just like, oh, so I pissed you off and now you're going to hit me. Thanks. If you are going to spank, though, in my opinion, the way it should be done is from that stoic sort of like, I don't want to have to do this. Why would I ever want to put hands on my kid that way? But like, you're not going to understand if I sit here and I talk to you, you know? You're barely able to form a coherent thought on your own. Everything that's you right now is really just me and the world around you, and you're taking it in and learning from it. So I need to make sure that I get this point across so that you learn from that. You know, like if there was a correct way to spank somebody, I think it would be that way. And the unfortunate reality is most people are simply not well enough put together as to where they could do that, you know? The fact of the matter is like the average person is like fucked up in some way, shape, or form. And I won't get too deep into how I think they're fucked up because whenever I talk about metaphysics, there's always someone who like is like, oh, you fucking, actually it's Evola, not Evola, or it's Evola, not Evola, right? There's always some asshole who's like that. But I just think that the average person is simply not equipped to handle a lot of different situations and stuff like that. And that's why, even though I'm not like a monarchy guy or anything like that, I understand why aristocracy came about, you know? It was supposed to be the aristocracy of the soul, and then those people would be able to, they would have access to certain things and stuff like that. Not as like a privilege necessarily, but more as like, you have earned this. You have earned the right to make decisions and things like that for the rest of your people. It's more so that. And unfortunately, things get muddied more and more as time goes on, and because of that, we got situations where the American Revolution was necessitated. It was necessary, right? But yeah, like going back to the actual topic of spanking, I think that like there could be a right way to do it, but a lot of people are simply not equipped mentally. They don't have the mental or spiritual or emotional fortitude to be able to do it the proper way, right? If that makes sense. My dad would always just flick me in my head with his sausage. My dad would always flick me in the head with his sausage fingers. Shit got my attention. Yeah. Fucking. You know, I'm sure there's other ways to do it too, but it does, like what you said, Tank Hill. It always got your attention, you know. Dads have to have a certain amount of violence that like their children know that they're capable of. Like a child has to fear their dad to a certain degree, not because they're like, I hate this guy, or like he hates me, and you know, like I think he's seriously just looking for an excuse, but because they know like, oh, like this guy could fuck me up if necessary. If necessary, this guy could fuck me up. He could do it if he wanted. And because of that, when he speaks, I should probably shut my fucking mouth and listen to him. That way I don't get fucked up. There has to be a certain level of that. And that understanding is what gives way to the ability to not have to actually fuck your child up. It's just they know, like, if you wanted to, you could. And that flick to the head that you were talking about, Tank Hill, I have a feeling that was probably in your head, whether you realized it or not. You were like, oh shit, he flicked me in the head. Where's that going to escalate to? Where could the flick to the head possibly escalate to? Because probably nowhere good. Probably nowhere good, if we're being honest here. I should probably shut my fucking mouth and listen to what Dad's telling me right now. But Michael Aiken, what's going on, man? My mom would always tell me she wouldn't let me get away with anything because she would be accountable to God if she did. I can see that. You know, I don't think that's a, I just got a message as fucking, I was gonna check my phone. I wonder who messaged me. Anyway. Yeah. Fucking, hold on a moment. I got a message and fucking the guy that's gonna be fighting for me on Saturday. So now I'm doing like math in my head, trying to figure out like, so what happens with this and what happens with that, and what if I do this and what if he's gonna do that and blah 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 blah. Anyway, yeah, I mean that's a good way to look at parenting, in my opinion. You know, is like you're gonna have to answer to everything that you teach your kids, whether it's right or wrong. And I think a lot of parents, and look, as I get older, I got to be honest with you, I understand my dad a little bit more as I get older and older, you know? He was a mean bastard growing up, and I realized that it's less that he personally was a mean bastard and more so that he was, it's more so that he was, he's stuck in a world that is not good for him and good for people in general. And he's trying to be as good of a guy as he can be, but he keeps getting shitted on, and because of that, he is angry about a lot of things. He has a short fuse, you know. And I try to be as good of a guy as I can be. I'm not a good guy, and neither was my dad, but we try, you know. And I like to think that a lot of you guys are trying as well, but it's tough because you end up getting screwed in some way, shape, or form. You know, it's tough to deal with. It's tough to deal with, but you know. Got another text. Sorry, I'm just texting this guy. You know what? I'll send the text and then we'll get started.
And after that, we never went too near the fireplace again.
So if the Lord should spank you a little bit or correct you, it's for your own good. It's because he loves you and wants you to be good and obey, so he can reward you with all of his wonderful blessings. Praise the Lord.
And so that's the story of the 3 little accidents and how Jesus loved us enough to spank us.
Girl fighters for might, to fight for the right.
We are light, little rays of light, in this world that is so dark. You are like a candlestick, bearing the flame of God's light. You're the little light, you're the little candle that others can see and feel and know that it is the Lord and his love. That others can see and feel and know that it is the Lord and his love. So don't ever hide your little candle.
Again, like this song had to be specifically made for this.
Your
You know?
flame, keep on lighting this
Well, that story about the 3 little accidents is a good lesson on obedience for all of us to remember.
The three little accidents, huh? The 3 little accidents? Oh yeah? Yeah? Is that it? Is that it?
On obedience for all of us to remember. It reminds me of the story of Joe the machine mechanic. He didn't tell his boss something was wrong with the machine when he was told to report it if there was. And then he tried to fix it himself. He thought he knew more than the boss and didn't have to obey. So what happened?
He blew up the machine.
Yes, he ended up destroying a very expensive machine because he didn't obey.
Nothing short of right is right.
Yes, so the right thing is...
To obey.
Amen, amen. Well, David, what's our next story?
Our next story is called The Rich Fool.
Hello, honey. Hello, David.
Hello.
Hello, Uncle Al. Did you bring me a surprise? A
I
new
had
car?
No,
I have
David.
an Uncle Al.
I'm sorry. I couldn't get you a surprise today.
Honey, Uncle Alf can't bring you a gift every time he comes home.
I have to be very careful how I spend the Lord's money.
The Lord is very generous, and he gives us the desires of our hearts. But he also wants us to be good stewards of the money he gives us. Remember who sends us the money that we use to buy our food and our needs?
The missionaries.
Yes, we work hard for them and send them everything they need to preach the gospel, and they work hard to preach the gospel. So the Lord blesses them with enough money to help them to live and also to share with us. So it's the Lord's money, and we need to pray over every penny we spend.
That's true. Don't worry, Uncle Al. You don't have to get a Shiner Prize for me every time you go out.
That's very sweet of you, David. Now, I have an idea. We can play a fun game with all the cars you do have.
Yes, and we can drive them all in a big, long caravan.
I'll go and change my street clothes, wash up, and then I'll meet you in the garden.
Oh, good.
I had the
And
whole
now
religious
something
experience
wonderful
growing
is
up.
about to happen.
Ah, makes
Are you
sense.
ready?
What is
Makes
it,
sense.
Auntie Sarah?
Praise the Lord, son. Would you like to read a bedtime story with Mommy and Grandpa?
Oh, yes, please. Here's my Bible story book, Grandpa.
Well, let's see. How about if we read this one? The Story of the Rich Fool. Once upon a time, there was a certain rich
Couldn't
man
get that one.
who had a very big farm. There was a great harvest that year, and his workers gathered lots and lots of grain. How blessed I am! I'm rich!
Sir, you've had such a good harvest. Can you spare a few bags of grain for our families?
No, Brokey.
No, I have to keep it all for myself. But what shall I do? The harvest is so great that I have no room to store it in my barns. Oh, no. I may have to give some away. Ah, I know what I'll do. I'll pull down my old barns and build bigger barns. And in there will I store all my fruit and all my goods. I will say unto my soul, so you have many
Thank you.
riches stored up for many years. Take
Yeah,
it
oh, yeah.
easy. Eat,
Yeah, that's why I'm
drink,
in the dark.
and be merry.
But do you know what happened that night, David?
No, Grandpa.
Get it? Yeah.
God said to him,
You fool! Tonight you will die. Then what are you going to do with all those things that you have stored up?
that night he died in his
Yo,
sleep,
what's going on,
and he
JC?
had to leave it all behind.
This is Life with Grandpa, the 1989 children's series from the Family International, a literal sex cult. A literal sex cult.
My plans, my
They
harvest,
pretend to be
my
Christians.
barns.
They
You
pretend
must come with
to be
me.
Christians.
You see, he couldn't take all those riches with him. The only way you can take your money with you when you die is if you send it on ahead.
How can you do that, Grandpa?
By tithing and sharing it with others and spreading the gospel like Sophie the washerwoman.
But the rich man didn't share.
No, the rich man was so greedy that the Lord took everything away from him. Instead of sharing his goods with others, he decided to build bigger barns to hold more for himself.
It's all mine.
His sin wasn't being rich and having all those barns. Do you know what his sin was?
He didn't want to share.
Just a little, please?
No, nothing.
That's right. His sin was the barniness, the selfishness of his own heart. His heart was in the barns
barniness?
because the barns were in his heart. He could have been passing out food to the poor from those barns, but he didn't. So you can give things away and become richer, but you can also hold on to things too tightly and lose them all, like the rich fool.
I've got lots of cars, Grandpa.
You are rich in cars, David. Maybe the Lord gave you so many so that you can share them. Remember, it's more blessed to give than to receive.
Yes, Grandpa.
And now I think it's time to go to bed. I know a very good bedtime prayer that helps you commit your spirit to the Lord, so you won't be like the rich fool who wasn't ready to die. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray thee, Lord, my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I know thee, Lord, my soul will take. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good night, dear. God bless you with sweet dreams.
Good night, David.
Good night, Mommy. Good night, Grandpa. Auntie Sarah, do you think the rich fool had cars?
He probably had lots of wagons.
Oh, my. I don't want to be greedy like he was. He wanted everything for himself, so he lost it all. Oh, Jesus, please help me to share with others and not be greedy and selfish with the things I do have. Good morning, Davida. I have a surprise for you. Oh, can I see it? I would like to share my cars with you. Which ones do you like? Oh, this one and this one. Now let's play a nice game together. I love you, Mommy. I love you, Grandpa.
That's really sweet of you, David. Thank you for that nice, generous present.
What present?
That nice kiss. A kiss makes a real beautiful gift or present.
Really? Better than a car?
Yes, presents don't always have to be material things.
A present can also be a kiss or a hug or a loving deed. Anything you do to make people happy. Love is the best reward. Love is the best surprise or gift. To be loved is the most precious gift anybody
There
can
really are
receive.
freaky kilos sold.
We show our love for you, David, in lots of ways. By giving you food and clothes, and taking you for walks, and reading to you, and holding your hand, and kissing, and hugging, and smiling at you. Even when we spank you, we do it to help you be good.
All these deeds of love show that we care for you much more than when we just buy you a toy. So you should be just as thankful for these loving deeds as you are for toys. Do you understand now that Mommy and Daddy and Auntie Sarah and Uncle Alf give you presents every day that are more important than cars?
Oh, yes. I understand now.
And did you know that it makes big people really happy when little people give them love? One very special way you can show the big people that you love them is by giving them lots of hugs, kisses, and cuddles. Oh, a child's love and affection really encourages and inspires the big people. Your love makes us very happy, David.
Thank you, Mommy and Grandpa, for your love.
So if you're rich in love, don't be stingy, but share it with others. Give them lots and lots of love and big hugs and kisses. Tell them often that you love them. Tell them thank you when they do things for you. Don't you be like the rich fool. Fill your life with love, and you'll have no room for selfishness.
The faster you give your blessings away and share them, the more God will bless you. Then the richer you become, the more you can share.
You never lose by giving.
What a family!
It's time for our lecture song. It's time for our lecture song.
This is where it really starts to go off the fucking rails. This right here is where it really starts to go off the fucking rails. You know, infanticide. He says, "You guys laugh, but these people ruin lives and abuse children." They did, in fact. They in fact did.
Oh yeah, a friendly little robot.
What's the name of the cult? The Family International. They also they went by a few names, but I think the Family International is probably their most the most commonly understood one.
Praise the Lord. Did you enjoy our stories today? We enjoyed sharing them with you, and we'll have more to share with you next
This is the
time.
entity they're
So
praying to.
until then,
They think they're praying
God
to God, but
bless
they're really praying to cabbage head.
and keep you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
So these are the names of the songs. Quacky the Duck, music and words by Chris M, sung by Godfrey. Who the fuck is Godfrey? Ye Are the Light of the World, music and words by Lazarus, sung by Rachel. Nobody goes by Godfrey or Lazarus. Those are fake names. The Robot, music and words by Zek, not Zach, Zek Waxman, sung by Zek Waxman. Special thanks to Peter Pioneer for help with music. Wow.
The subject of this video contains...
That was fucking bonkers. That was insane. If you want to turn the light back on, baby, go ahead. You know, I only shut it off because of the ambiance. This scene is super aesthetically pleasing. Kind of was. It's like I said. They like. Like, they put a lot of effort into this. They really did. You know? They put whoop. Oh jeez. They put a lot of effort into that, you know? That's no joke. That's no joke, you know? JC says, "I feel like the raped just watching this." Yeah. Yeah. Man, oh man. Anyway, I think maybe I'll play a game of AoE, and you know, we will go ahead and get out of here after that. Right. Newey. Dude, I feel so bad. My dog likes to sit right next to the rolling wheels on my chair. Like he's literally in there right now. It's like if these are the legs with the wheels on the end, he sits like right in here. And sometimes I forget to check if he's there. And I think it was last night, if not the night before, I roll out and I just hear a loud ass whimper. And I look down and he's there. He like took a step or two away and there was a big ass clump of his hair just sitting on the carpet. And I was like, oh fuck, dude. I ripped part of his hair out when I was pushing my fucking wheelchair, pulling my fucking chair out. And it was crazy. It's funny though, dogs, like when you hurt them like that, there isn't even a moment of like forgiveness, you know? Like if somebody bumps into me and I don't think they're contrite enough, I'm like, yo, like fuck you, you know? Like that's the kind of attitude that I have, you know? I ripped a piece of my dog's hair out by mistake, and there was no like for a half a second, there was no like, I don't know how to feel about you. I don't know how to feel about you. I don't know, man. There was none of that. It was just like immediately like, oh, okay, glad that's over. Anyway, let's go back to chilling. You know? It's so weird. Nah, my dog doesn't need a haircut. Not right now, anyway. Waiting for this thing to fucking go. Usually if I leave queue and go back to find match, it'll play around. Just waiting. I'm just waiting. I see you playing this all the time off stream, Scott. I'm playing through the Vlad Dracula campaign for the first time. I still haven't played the campaign on this game. I'm just like, I'm not like, it's not that I'm not interested in it. It's just that I'm not that interested in it, I guess, you know? Alright. I'm playing as the Mayans versus the Hindustanis. This is not a good game for me as of right now. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They start with an extra, don't they? See, I've been playing with random civs lately just because I'm tired of always playing the Teutons. Tank Hill, this is Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. No, over there.
Molonel.
What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? He's like, he's licking his paw, and he's kind of making like noises. So I'm sort of worried. I hope everything's all right with him. I'll have to check on him after this game. Yes, we are good. You okay? Are you okay? Why are you licking your paw like that, huh? Why are you licking your paw like that? Fuckhead.
Tabish?
Alright, I got 2, so I need 1 more. And then this guy's gonna go there. The downtime kind of kills me in the beginning of the game. Scott, you see Peyton's mom was posting on Instagram telling everyone to endorse Peyton. That girl gave up 19 fish bucks. Rip. Yeah, like I've never been on the receiving end of a hassling. All right. However, the idea of giving up fish bucks, specifically that many fish bucks, just to get Frank out of the house is fucking mind-boggling to me. I would literally rather deal with getting milk poured on me and shit like that, you know? There's a certain amount of it where it's like, and this is one way that the Season 2 fish were tougher than the Season 3 fish. When it came down to it, the Season 2 fish, knowing Frank Hassel to some degree, made them a little bit tougher to him. You know, like, I remember Taylor gave it back a little bit, but I don't recall any of them being at the point where they were like, I would literally pay thousands of dollars to get rid of this guy. Oh, shit. Fuck that. Closer. Anyway, it's gonna fucking hit anyway. Oh, I don't have enough food anyway, so. Anyway, like, the idea, 19 fish bucks, those are what, $100 a piece or something like that? So that's $1,900. I would deal with Frank Hassel for almost $2,000. Why not? You know, who gives a shit? Fucking, in the context of a game show. If it was like, you get 2,000, like, you stop me on the street and I get $2,000 to let Frank, like, pour milk on me or something like that, it's like, I don't know. I might be a little less inclined to deal with something like that. But knowing I'm on the get fucked with, the get fucked with show, right? Knowing that I'm on Hell House, it's like that would insulate me to Frank's messing around, you know. And I understand how it is with Frank. If you are calm, cool, and collected, he's gonna do whatever he can, including ramp it up to a point where you're like, yo, like, this is too much. It's like with Shinji, right? Shinji got to a point with Frank. He was like, that's enough. That's too much, man. You're doing too much. I understand how Frank operates, but there's just a piece of it that it's like, nah, I'd rather take the money. You know, I'd rather take the money. I thought Symbol was saying they didn't care, he didn't care, but I believe they convinced him. Yeah, Binks was smart, only giving up. Binks was smart, only giving up so much of her fish bucks. She only gave up like what, like $100 worth of fish bucks. That was smart on her end. I believe they pulled them all in because I wasn't watching for that part. But dude, where is my stone? Must be here. No, you know what? Scout. But yeah, like, I think they pulled them into the confessional one by one, and they were like, yeah, I think they pulled them into the confessional one by one, and they were like, son of a bitch. Come on. There we go. Anyway, they pulled them into the confessional one by one, and then, I think they asked him after that, like, oh, there's my stone. I'm trying to play this game and talk at the same time, and as usual, it's going about as well as you could expect. Bottom line, I think they asked them individually how much money would you pay to get rid of Frank, and Binks was like, I'll give you one fish buck. That was a smart move on her part, you know. I think they should produce a show just for Frank. For me, at least half the draw of Fishtank is him alone, but I don't know. Can they legally produce the kind of stuff he does? Yeah, of course they can, you know? The thing is, like, it doesn't have to be 6 weeks, right? Like, there's a couple of ideas that I had for Fishtank that if I was able to, if I felt comfortable to say, I probably would. Sorry, anyway. One of them would be, and of course I would be the one, of course. Baby, it sounds like it's in here.
Oh, it's in there?
Sounds like it's somewhere around here.
Oh,
Alright. Anyway, my wife lost her earbud and she's looking for it, and it sounds like it's around here. But there's a couple of ideas for seasons that I would give these guys. One of them would be like an Ultimate Fighter type show, but instead of it being actually people who could fight, it would be people who can't fight. To literally see who became the best fighter over 6 or so weeks, right? And of course, I would be the one to come up with that, right? I did a podcast this week with a dude. You know, he calls himself Ringleader. He was a cool guy. I'm gonna have him on one of my streams at some point. No. Damn, I'm playing like a fucking maroon right now. Well, fuck, what was I gonna say? Like I said, I'm trying to concentrate on this. Basically, it would be MMA season, or boxing season, or kickboxing season, whatever it may be, right? And I'm not even saying this is explicitly supposed to be Fishtank. You could, if they were really gonna do something for the off season and they wanted to see if they could branch out from just the typical Fishtank brand, that's potentially something they could do, you know, although 6 weeks is one season of Fishtank, so, you know, but the logistics are something that could be figured out later. They could literally have the ultimate fish or something like that, I don't know, where it's people who don't know anything about fighting. We can verify they have never taken a martial arts class, they've preferably never even been in a fist fight in their life, and we have to train them up over the course of 6 weeks, you know, and you'll see them get better and better. And of course, it's not just going to be full-on training for 6 weeks, right? It's going to be trained for a few hours a day, and then, you know, have like typical Fishtank type shit. Another one was a half fans, half non-fans season, and what that would look like is you take, say, 20 fish, right? You go 20 fish. Let's go right here. Yeah, you take 20 fish. All right, 10 of them are fans who know about the show. 10 of them are not fans who know about the show. When they all come in, you divulge to the 10 fans that they are on a show that they did not, you know, a different show, if you will, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to divide them up into teams. So it's going to be 5 fans and 5 non-fans to make one team of 10 versus another team of 10. And then once it gets late enough into the season, you can have a situation where it becomes every man or woman for themselves, right? And the benefit to this is, one, it's interesting to see all of the there we go. One of the benefits of this is that it's interesting to see how the fans and the non-fans have to interact and play off of each other, you know? The fans can mentor the non-fans, and the non-fans have to put up with the autism of the fans, right? Then in addition to that, you might have less people leaving because you're going to have fans of the show who are telling these people kind of what to expect a little bit. And then since it's a team environment, there's going to be camaraderie built up between all the people. And they won't just want to leave like that. They'll be like, nah, I gotta stay for my bro, right? Like, that's one way that they could play it for a season. I'm not saying that that should be every season. I'm just saying that's a potential thing that they could do, right? So, like, there's other ways that they can do this, and they can branch out from there and go into other things. Like, boxing, whether people want to believe it or not, whether people want to trust it or not, boxing is a staple in Fishtank. There has been boxing of some kind in every single season to date. Literally every single one. Even the .5, even the .75 bitch tank, there has been boxing, whether I was there or not. That's what happened, right? And you know, whether people love boxing or not, boxing is part of it, and it's always going to be there. And you know, it's part of the brand in such a way that you won't get rid of it, even if you try. People are going to be like, where's the boxing? Where's the boxing? You know? Truth be told, if I can divulge something to you guys, I made that cryptic post on Twitter. That was a joke. I'm not actually going to be involved in this season. I got the heads up. You know, I got the heads up that I'm probably not going to be brought in this season. I made that post just as kind of a joke, right? I was just joshing you guys. That's all I was doing. And it fooled quite a few people, including people on production. I got texts from people on production like, yo, dude, what's going on? Because, like, I noticed Greg did the same thing, and I noticed Abby and Letty are in town. Like, I don't know what's going on with all of them. I have no clue, right? But, they, like, I'm part of the brand as of right now, to the point where people are, like, flipping out at the fact that I'm not there. Even people who hate me can't stop fucking talking about me. It's kind of funny to see. They hate me so much that they have to constantly bring me up, even though I'm not involved in the season right now. So it's kind of a situation where it's like, well, if the shoe fits, you might as well wear it. Why don't you give a season like that a shot, right? And again, I don't mean a season of Fishtank explicitly. Again, I'm playing like a fool right now. I am definitely going to lose this game. Again, I'm not saying that that would be a full-on season of Fishtank. I'm saying that could be a side project that me and Sam could easily throw together, you know? Because, truth be told, the hard work has already been done by Jet. We would just be coming in and it'd be 6 people. They would know what the show is going to be to a certain extent. And they would be coming on to learn how to box and see if they could win the cash prize for being the best fish fighter, whatever you want to call it, right? I think that's something that could work. And then there's other ways that I'm sure I'm not even considering. You know, I never would have thought of blood games. I never would have thought of blood games, right? That you know, that never would have happened, right? Not in my head. There's so many ways that you can do Fishtank. There's so many ways you could have Fishtank done, right? I'm gonna go ahead, give that a shot. It just comes down to what ways you're willing to be imaginative, you know? They're letting Bert watch Fishtank on YouTube. Yo, that's hilarious, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That's fantastic. Boxing is one of the best bits of the show. Yeah, like, the response that I get from people is overwhelmingly positive. It's very rare that I ever see anything negative, though I do see something negative every now and again. I try to ignore it for the most part, but every now and again I will be like, yo, fuck off, you know? And I think what it comes down to is the fan base is just, you know, oh wait, silly me. I probably lost out on the fucking relic battle because I forgot to do this. You know, the fish needs something to relax with. And when I say relax, what I mean is to blow off steam. And I think if they had boxing this season, and I'm not saying that in a way that's meant to be like, if they brought me on this season, it would have been better. Like, that's not what I'm even trying to say, right? But if they did have boxing or some other regimented physical exercise this season, I think certain people would have been a little bit more willing to stay. Like, I think Alexis looks like a kickboxing bitch. She looks like the type of chick who is gonna go to I Love Kickboxing. She looks exactly like that. Alright, Alright, I'm good. Do I have another one here? Nope. Anyway, Alexis looks like the exact type of chick who would love to do I love kickboxing tier shit. If she was able to do a little bit of boxing, there's a chance she may have been like, nah, I'm not as uptight about this right now. I'm not as uptight about this. Maybe I'll stay for at least a little bit longer, you know? You never know. Like, there were definitely times that boxing, or, you know, there were definitely times that karate helped in the prior seasons, you know, karate or boxing, whatever. And, oh, dude, yeah, you see how far ahead of me this guy is right now? I am fucked in the ass. Yeah, fuck it. I don't even care. I'm gonna lose this anyway. I'm, like, most certainly going to lose this. There's no way in hell I'm not going to. Yeah, he's picking up the, you fucking idiot, what are you doing? He's picking up the relics, so these two relics might not even be there by the time this guy gets here, which sucks. And you know what I should do? I should go here. Should have did that a while ago to at least protect a couple of them, and in fact, just to be sure. But yeah, like, boxing wasn't just supposed to be, like, boxing wasn't supposed to be content in the way that Frank Hassel was. It never was supposed to be that. And I talked about this in the debrief video that I made for Season 2. It was never meant to be that. It was meant to be content, but not content in the way that Frank Hassel was. And because of that, I didn't expect everybody to love it. But there's a lot of people out there who were really upset, and they get upset whenever they see the boxing, and I don't understand that. It's really none of my business why they get like that. It seems like a them problem and not a me problem. But I'm just saying that, like, whether somebody loves it or not, it is part of the brand in that way. And they might as well steer into that in a sense. Not saying it becomes boxing tank, just saying it pays to have, oh, duh. Oh, fuck, I don't have nearly enough of that shit, dude. I haven't been doing villagers. That's why I'm all fucked up right now. 13. Oh, jeez, okay. Hey, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. Have you seen the pitch for the space season? Nah, I haven't seen that one. There we go. I heard about that, though. I heard about it, you know? This ain't gonna go good for me. I know this ain't gonna go good for me. What's going on? Stop, dude. No, I'm over 1,000 away from this guy, and he's not even in Imperial age. As soon as he hits Imperial, I might as well just quit. You know? But yeah, I am not in good shape against this guy right now. That is not good for me. Where is this fucking idiot going? Oh. Fuck. Yeah, I spent too much time speaking to actually play this game the right way, and this was going to be a tough game for me to win in the first place because of all of the the technological differences between us, you know. I'm hoping if I tread down that castle, I might be able to do something good, but I have a feeling it ain't gonna work, you know. I don't have the eco going, you know. My eco should have been up and running a while ago, you know. So like so like what's this rumor about them bringing in old fish and old people from the the past seasons? Like what's the deal with that? I'm confused about what that's supposed to be. Is that like a real thing they said they were gonna do, or are people just making that assumption because Greg posted that video of him in Providence and Abby and Letty are hanging out? Like what's going on with that? And then I made that post that I just told you guys is, you know, not real. I was just joking around about something going down tomorrow. I'm just I'm confused. Cuz like, is that a real thing that they were is that a real thing that they were like actually doing, and I just happened to like was that a real thing they were gonna do, and I just Gulans. I forget, what do these guys get? Weak versus cavalry, strong versus archers. I don't have cav, but I do have eagle warriors. So, and I got these things coming out too. So that might be that might be actually not the worst sign ever. It might not be the worst sign ever. You see, what scares me about the Hindustanis is they have gunpowder. Gunpowder versus Mayans is typically not good for the Mayans. But if he's using the Gulan, then it might not be the worst thing for me. Because me, I'm not even trying to use a ton of plumed archers or anything like that, you know? Then bringing in, I saw something about Jimmy coming on too. I don't know that I can connect all the strings though. Them bringing Nifty on to talk about past seasons does seem to imply it. Yeah, I mean, not to make fun of anybody, but that kind of seems like a bit of a schizo delusion or something like that. You know, I will be honest with you. I do think Nifty was a bit of a weird choice to bring back in terms of people from past seasons. You know, like I said, I would have liked to see Dunye or Greg or something like that. But then again, maybe they did that specifically because like Nifty is someone who's recognized, but not so recognized, I guess you could say. I don't even know exactly what I'm trying to say with this. Oh, well, all right. Oh no. Oh, all right, that's fine. Hopefully this works out. Baby. Oh, hell no, this ain't working out. This ain't working out. It ain't happening. Yeah, no, this ain't working out. Although I was able to destroy that thing, but yeah. Alright, fuck it. Maybe I'll play one more. I'll play one more and I'll lock in for it. But yeah, like it would have been nice to see certain other people come in, but I mean, you know, I'm not running the show. They probably had a legit reason to bring Nifty in out of anybody else, you know. Not that I dislike Nifty or anything like that, but it just felt like a random pick, and maybe that's why they did that, is because they wanted it to feel like a random sort of like why her of all people kind of thing. I don't know, you know. She also does kind of bring a certain groundedness, even though she's like a, you know, she's nifty. She's nifty. She is what she is. They're like, just interacting with her, there is a certain like groundedness that you kind of feel around her, I guess you could say. So it's like, you know, I'm sure there's good reasons why they would do that. But like I just don't understand how that implies. I just don't understand how that would imply that they're gonna bring in a bunch of people, you know. Nifty was not a part of 2.5. She was a part of 2, and then she came in for Fishtank, which like people refer to that as 2.75, I guess you could say. Yeah, they said they're bringing 20 OG cast members. When did they say they were bringing 20 OG cast members? I think that might have been a gaslight, but I don't know. You know? I don't know. Oh, they said they wanted her on Blood Games, but she didn't want to be outside. That sounds like nifty. That sounds like nifty. Oh, I'm playing as the Italians now. I used to main the Italians, so this will be potentially an easier time for me, maybe, possibly. Potentially not, though. But yeah, because I keep seeing people trying to make connections and stuff like that. I guess I picked a good time for the gaslight then. I guess I picked a good time for the gaslight, you know. Because even someone from production hit me up and was like, "Yo, is there like a reunion going on or something like that?" Son of a bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate the downtime. I hate the downtime. I also hate when you get arena and there's clear holes in here, so you only have one way you can go. That shit's annoying. They're all watching Cucumber Feet. That's pretty funny, dude. I like Cucumber Feet. He's a cool guy. I have 666 hours of AoE 2 played. Not for much longer. Not for much longer, sir. That's about to be 667. Alright, yes, so I got one more, and then I go here. See, one of the good things about the Italians is they have some pretty steep discounts for your eco when it comes to leveling up, clicking up, you know? So not only am I actually kind of already ahead of this guy as is, but like there's a chance that I'll be able to get to, castle before him, you know? Oh yeah, 1, 2, bang, bang. Alright.
Ein Venatus. Sane.
Fuck.
Ein.
Alright, there we go. And, alright. There we go. There we fucking go.
Salve. Quando? Presto.
Go there for that one.
Salve.
Thank God he turned that shit off. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Oh man. Excuse me. Just hammering away. Just axing away.
Quando? Impero? Venatus. Presto. Ein. Salve.
Uh-oh.
Venatus.
Salve.
Here, bang.
Ein.
Venatus. Impero?
And there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect.
Presto. Condo.
I find the hotkey system in this game annoying. I wasn't able to put all my military production on a hotkey and tab through them. Yeah, I mean, AOM is definitely a little bit better when it comes to trying to hotkey things or trying to, like, you know, go auto on anything. Like, you can auto villager production. Ooh, yeah, I need to go 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, bang. You know, you can even automate certain functions like researching some stuff. You can make it so that you can queue researching technologies and other things like that if you don't have enough made, right? If you don't have enough made already, you can do that. Meaning if you don't have enough alright, where's it at? There it is. Anyway, if you don't have enough resources, you can queue that to build or to do whatever automatically when you do get enough resources. You know, it's a game that's I guess you could say a little bit more streamlined in terms of like the smoothness of the play, you know. And that's almost something that I don't like about it. I kind of like games where you have to be a little bit more deliberate, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm not huge into. Maybe it's one of the reasons I'm not huge into AOM in the way that I am AOE, because me, I typically just play with Taylor because he switched over to this when it came out. And don't get me wrong, like, I do enjoy playing AOM. It's just not a game that I'm like, oh yes, it's time to relax. Let's play a game of Age of Mythology. Which is funny because Age of Empires, like, there's days where I just want to put my fist through the fucking monitor. I'm just like, this fucking, you know. But yeah. All right, bang bang. All right, that was a risk. That was a risk. Oh yeah, I got this. I got this in the bag. I'm gonna hit Castle Age, and I might just try and castle drop them. Like I forget if I mentioned I joined the dark side a little bit. You know, I joined the dark side. I started castle dropping every now and again. Only when I'm really feeling confident about it, though. You know, if I'm not feeling like if I'm not feeling really good about it, I'll be like, nah, fuck it, I'll build a defensive castle. But I might be so far ahead, and plus it's such a short distance to the guy that I might just drop a castle like right here and take down his gate. You know. All right, let's go there. Is there? Yes. All right. Oh, he's actually right on my ass in terms of the ages. So, just waiting on this guy to spawn. Waiting on him to spawn a Reno. And here we are, perfect. See, that is one thing I like about the Italians, is you can fast castle even when somebody is, and you can still, at the very least, keep pace with someone, even if they're going a much quicker build, you know? Because me, like, all I ever do is this same fast castle build. I don't know if you guys realize that. You probably have. And I'll tweak it depending on what I'm going for, but typically I'm just trying to get the castle age so I can drop a castle somewhere, whether it's defensive or offensive. And, there we go. Oh, another one. But yeah, yeah, so it kind of works out. The thing that sucks though is that, like, the Italians, some of their stuff is not good to use, you know. How do you do your building hotkeys then, Scott? Do you just have, like, select all barracks button memorized? Yeah, I do Shift B for barracks, Shift F for siege, Shift S for stable, and Shift A for archery range, you know? And then my town centers, I use that button that's on the, you know, the side of your keyboard, right? So I, like that. You know, it's definitely not even the best way to do it either. It's like I'm actually like, you know, I have a, it's not very good, not very good, but it works. It works for me. That is. Oh, geez, I don't even have 590 of that yet. I'll go here, and then I will wait for my food to replenish so that I can get double bit axe. I can get double bitch axe. It really is funny to check Twitter and see all the schizo shit though. People like, which one of them's coming back? I really picked a good time to fuck with you guys, didn't I? Sorry about that, by the way. I immediately felt bad after I posted that because like people got real excited, like way too excited. I was like, oh fuck, I think I'm actually gonna break these guys' hearts. And I'm breaking hearts over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and bang, just keep these guys here. In fact, you know what, I'll keep them here. You know, and then when this gets almost all the way full, I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to send them over and drop a castle right there. About 7 tiles away is just enough for you to be able to knock down their shit. I'm not too worried about denying resources. You know, ooh, actually, he is ahead of me now. That's not a good sign for me. That's not a good sign for me, but... So like I said, I'm not too worried about denying resources. I just want to be able to get in there ASAP. Oh, uh-oh. Actually, I probably should be a little bit more worried about denying resources when I'm playing as the Italians because they don't have anything that's really good to rush him with, you know. But it's still good to you know. Got 4 here, there, and then you idiots right here, and then you guys. No, you guys are going to build one of these bad mamma jammas. Oh, I guess not. I guess we... Oh, man. Okay. Ah, fuck. Ah, damn. Damn, yeah, this is... This isn't going the way that I need it to. Damn. Ah, well. See, I don't have any military up either. Yeah, I fucked this game up for sure. It ain't going too well. I don't think it's going too well. Oh, alright, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's just get rid of this. I'm gonna... Yeah, no, I fucked this game up. I took a chance and it didn't pay off, you know? I took a chance and it didn't pay off is really what happened here. Ah, well. I'm gonna see what I can do to, yeah, seems like... Alright, so I was able to salvage some of these guys at the very least. I do not have enough stone now. Damn. Yeah, I fucked this game up. I tried to get a little fancy, you know? That is what it is. I'll be alright, though. I'll be able to get back. What I need to do as well, though, is go here. That way I can get the relics. I'm actually not doing too bad. I could get these guys out and get them to go there and protect, but I think I'd rather just build a defensive castle and go with what I know, you know? I don't know if they're the default hotkeys, auto-infanticide. That's just what I go with, you know, whether they are or are not. Alright, we're good to go now. Let's go ahead. Posse's up. Then I believe it was like 8 of them or something like that. So I need here. These guys I'm going to go ahead because I need to build a castle immediately, you know. Not a castle, another TC is what I need to build. Yeah, I done goofed on this one. You know, I took a chance. I took a chance. It you know, it didn't pay off this time around, but you got to take chances in order to get good. You got to give yourself permission to fail at something. Oh, duh. Luckily, I'm getting a head start on the relics as opposed to him right now, but you know. You see his score just went down a little bit. It just went down again, so chances are he's clicking up to the castle right now. Alright, so I need 3 over there. I need as many over there as I can get. Actually, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Gonna see what happens if I go here, and then I'm also gonna need some these. I'm gonna go ahead right there.
Salve. Quando? Caedo. Impero?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep them on there for the time being.
Salve. Sane.
Bang.
Ein.
Bang.
Ein. Sane. Correctus. Sane.
Presto.
Nah, fuck. I can still pull this off if it comes down to it, but it will probably be a little bit tough. You know, he seems to be going cav, which is actually good for me because these Genoese crossbowmen are good against cavalry. You know, weak versus archers and siege weapons, but you know, strong versus cavalry and infantry. So as long as he doesn't go archers, I'm in good shape. You know, and then I can also start fucking around with siege weapons in a second. These guys need to hurry the fuck up. Oh, here we are. Okay, perfect.
Ein condo.
He just got up. You see, he's up to castle age right now, and he's ahead of me, but he's not that far ahead of me score-wise. So, that's not bad on my end. I just gotta. All right, we're good there. We're good there. Oh yeah, you know what? I believe, yes, 3 more. 3 more.
Salve.
Condo. 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 Condo.
There we go. So yeah, he's got that shit right there. I don't know what his plan for that is. He's also building towers, which, like, I'm sure he's got a castle somewhere, but it's just like, you know, towers are fucking stupid as hell unless you're playing as the Sicilians, you know. All right, perfect. We're clicking up to imp, and we are getting more of these guys. We have 9 here, so get your asses over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6. Ah, fuck. I still don't have enough. I still don't have enough. I'm just curious what's going on over here, because... Oh! Well, alright. Come on me, bro. You know, I'm gonna get to Imperial far before he does, so I'm gonna treb the fuck out of that thing as soon as I can, you know? You know, even right now, it's like, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and blast him with the ram. I don't have the upgrade available yet, but, you know. I think schizo posting might be accurate. Yeah. But like when and how did they say they were gonna bring on old fish? I'm curious about that because like that could very well be a gaslight. You never know, you know. Like I was told that I wasn't gonna be on this season sort of recently. You know, I was just curious and I asked, and they said that it would probably be season 4 or 5 if you know if and when I was gonna come back. Like, I'm just curious who they are going to bring on. I would hope it would be someone like Greg or, you know, some of the other old fish and stuff like that, you know? But, like, also, is that true? Are they really actually going to, like, do that? Because I don't know, like... Bang, bang. Ah, man, this fucking Imperial Age thing is killing me. It's killing me, damn it. Oh. Oh, fuck, I still barely have any wood around. That's alright, though. All I need is one treb, and I can fucking blast the fuck out of that thing, and then that thing. Alright, there we go. Perfect.
Salve. Condo.
Yes. Yes. I love it when it's just close enough. I love it when it's just close enough. That is always fantastic. Go ahead, upgrade that, and of course I don't have enough. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Ah, fuck, he's got archers. But those archers are gonna have to come in here in order to get anywhere close. Oh yeah, he's got practically everything is unupgraded except for the long swordsman. You see, he's fighting with buildings is what he's doing. He's just trying to fight with buildings. You know? Shit's fucking stupid. And like it is also a bad strategy overall, you know? Like fuck it. I'll make some condottiero. Some condottieri. It is a bad strat overall as well. Like so many dudes try to fight with buildings, and like if that doesn't work out for them, which like if you know how to stop it, it's mad easy to make it so that it doesn't work out. They have nothing. They have nothing else they can do, you know? Oh. I'm thinking I could maybe extend out into here, but we'll see. Son of a bitch.
Presto. Agro. Impero. Sane.
Whoa, where the fuck are you going? Where the fuck do you think you're going? You stay in the safety. You idiots stay in the safety.
Presto.
These fools. These absolute fools. Nah, you see. Even the mangonel isn't upgraded at all, you know? I think Bert, watching season 2, said he wants you to come on so badly now. Bert likes what he sees. Nah, you're bullshitting me, bro. Show Pixar, it didn't happen, bro. Pixar, it didn't happen. All right. I don't believe King Bert. I don't believe that handsome chocolate man is into me. Ooh, you see, that's a little bit nerve-wracking. That right there is a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm gonna send these two in, just to be sure. Whoa, 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 hey, everybody, hey, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Alright, so that's good. I literally can't keep up with the gold demand. I'm gonna see, oh, no. Oh, yeah, it's okay, that's alright, okay. Alright, the fact they have Xavier giving Bert Blood Games gear makes me think anything is possible as far as seasonal multiverse is concerned. Yeah. You know, we'll see what happens. Get your ass in there. Oh, jeez. These guys were way far away from where they were supposed to be. As long as I can get one more in, though, I'm good. I've cleared the way. Alright, we're in good shape. Everybody go. I'm gonna go ahead and do two things. One, two. Then I'm gonna send these guys over here. Yeah, we're not in bad shape. We're not in bad shape. I can pull this off. I can definitely pull this off. Oh, fuck. That's not good, though. Ah, you see he's ahead of me right now? No bueno. No bueno. I don't think I need to make a move right this second, but I need to make a move very quickly. Like I said, I kind of blew this game up on myself, you know? Not the best. Not the best, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
Presto. Condo. Caedo.
See if I can take care of these guys. I can also take care of those guys because the Genoese bowmen are going to be very good for that. It's gonna be an interesting fight. It's gonna be an interesting fight. It's really neck and neck right now. It's anybody's game. Gotta wait and see what's gonna happen. I'll go ahead and I'll hit a couple of these, and then I'll get on these, and then trying to think of what else I could do. I suppose I could switch into junk units. You know, I'm gonna have to hit the junk units kind of hard if it comes down to it. Go down right there, bang bang, and then hit there. All right, come on, baby. Let's see about this. gonna send one of these guys forward and see if I can, you know, see if I can get him to surprise attack.
Impero. Porro. Ago.
Oh, fuck. Damn. Oh, because that's an onager now. That's a fucking onager. Okay. Well, in that case, see what I can do here. And then...
Ein. Pugno.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Oh. Come on, send it. Ah, fuck. Damn.
Sane. Ein. Comita. Impero. Porro. Ago. Sane.
Damn, it's going to be one of these matches, isn't it? That's fine. I'm going to hit that onager. I'm going to hit that onager, and we'll see what I can do. So if I can hit the onager, I'm in good shape. But the thing is, I am a little bit nervous here. I don't want these guys to get fucked.
Ein. Sane.
You know what? I made it on season 3. Oh yeah. I'm there right now. Why? What are they watching? Yeah, you know, I'd rather take care of that guy. And then bang. Bang. Good. Oh fuck.
Impero. Pugno. Ein. Sane. Porro. Ein. Ago. Presto. Pugno. Ein. Sane.
Tell me I'm gonna be able to do something about this.
Impero. Comita. Pres. Ein. Ein. Porro. Pres. Pugno. Ein. Ago. Comita.
Making me mad, fucking nervous, dude.
Pres. Ein. Ein. Comita.
Oh fuck, Condottiero. I forgot about these guys. Oh, he's got gunpowder now. Yeah. I don't know. No. Nope. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. Yeah, I threw this away.
Porro.
What the fuck? What are you guys doing?
Ein.
Go get him, idiots. You big fucking idiots. You guys are idiots.
Comita.
I'm gonna hit something here. Bang, bang. Ah, fuck.
Ago. Impero. Pugno.
You know what? I'm gonna see. Yeah. You see, he had a good idea there. He had a really good idea there. I'm gonna see what happens if I switch to junk units over here. Yeah, because I'm floating so much food. Oh, yeah, no, this is it. This is it for me. Suppose I could come over here and try, but it ain't happening. It ain't happening. I shouldn't have bothered with that castle drop. This game was literally in the bag until I decided I was gonna try and get fancy, you know. Well, what you gonna do? GG's. All right, so thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am going to get out of here. I will catch you guys later. All right. I will see you Friday, specifically Friday. We are going to do a stream. I haven't really been, people who think they're being helpful or they think they're being funny are pointing out like that I have like 12 viewers on YouTube and shit like that. That's because people are watching Fishtank, duh, obviously, right? I haven't really been pushing my streams very much in the Discord servers that I will usually share them in. I share them to my Discord server and that's it. I don't share them to any other ones because the ones that I would share them to are Fishtank related. And I'm not going to sit here and try and be like, watch my stream instead of Fishtank, guys, right? So because of that, my viewership is down on YouTube, obviously. You know, people seem to still watch me on Twitch, on Twitter every now and again, you know. But I don't know, that might be some magic shit that Elon is trying to pull. What's it called? Yeah, but like why I'm saying this is because usually Fridays I would try to have a special something going on for the stream. But I haven't been putting that much thought, effort, and energy into it because it's like, well, what's the point? You know, Fishtank is on. I'll just let people watch Fishtank. But in like 2 or 3 weeks, Fishtank is going to be over, so I'll start doing more stuff on Fridays. I'll put together like more game show type stuff. I'll put together other streams that we can do, you know, cooking streams, whatever streams, right? Whatever streams. But yeah, you know, we'll go ahead. We'll do our thing. Snurf, what do you mean congrats on the appearance on season 3? You mean like they saw me on the YouTube channel or something like that? That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I will catch you guys later. Peace out. I almost clicked the wrong one.